Okay. We're going to try this all over again. I'm going to call Mike right now. It is ringing on his end. Not that you can hear that. I'm going to keep one of these off this time because it was very, very hot. Oh, and now I'm not getting a hold of Mike. So if we don't get a hold of Mike, I'll try. Oh, wait a minute. Mike? Are you there?
I can only do it audio.
Oh, it would only do audio?
Hold on.
Hold on. Of course, my son's friends are doing it, everything. Maybe you're not close to the internet. I think... Wait a minute. Let me bring you up. Mike, Captain Mike Ortego, how are you? Hold on, let me put your name tag there. Hopefully y'all can see Mike.
Yeah.
I can hear you. Hopefully, can everyone else say something? How's everyone doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you, man?
Is it pulled up now? Is it working?
It is working. You want to know what happened? I had to, of all things, the stupid, what is it called? The stupid Skype. I had to download a new version of Skype, and it turned off something. But anyway, everyone is already saying hello, Mike. So
hello,
how are
everybody.
You, man? How are you? You might have
How's
to move.
Quarantine?
Quarantine is something else, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Work and kids and school and Common Core.
Yeah.
Say hi to Steve.
Hey, Coral. Hi, beautiful.
Trying to open a Go-Gurt I can't even open. You need it like that?
The boat looks good. Now, I saw all the GoPro stuff. Tell me, what?
Yeah, we just got a bunch of the GoPro stuff in.
I don't want to spoil it too much, but I would like you to tell us what is the idea, or what are the thoughts behind? Oh God, that looked gross. What are the thoughts about how do you have a name for what you're going to do? Are you going to
watch your six, dude?
Oh yes.
The dog, the kids.
Yes.
It's going to be an interesting month.
Okay.
Or 2 months. What's up, Thomas?
He says hello, by the way, Uncle Mike. What are the thoughts behind rebuilding or refurbishing the boat? Tell us some of the things you have, the ideas you have on what you're going to do to the boat.
There's all kinds of projects on this boat, but it's a Florida Fisher tunnel hull flats boat.
Yep.
But it runs with a tower. And it's actually my buddy's dad used to own it. He owned the company, used to make them out of Ruskin, Florida.
Okay.
And they stopped making them. I'm sure somebody has the mold somewhere or something, but this was his grandfather's, and he moved up to Georgia, so he needed to sell one. He already had his own and a yellowfin, and he fishes on the IFAs and the Redfish Pro Tours. So when he had this he put it up for sale, I was able to buy it from him.
Nice.
Kind of cool. And, it's a fixer-upper for sure. It was his grandfather. His grandfather got sick, and then eventually, they disconnected the tower because he wasn't climbing up there anymore for a while. Obviously older, and there were a lot of things with it. So we've done some minor repairs already, but there's trailer work that needs to be done. There's fiberglass work that needs to be done. We got to redo the hatches, the windshield, a lot of things, even a lot of Starbright material that we're going to need, some rust spots, stuff like that. So just go through a whole project from A to Z, probably reach out to a lot of the people that are viewers. Maybe they got some good ideas of things. We got to put a trolling motor on this. We got to put depth finders, how to do all that, and hopefully reach out to all our friends in the industry, the experts out there, and figure out how do you go about it when you have a crack in your hull, with fiberglass. Who do you reach out to?
Yeah.
Maybe have a good source, what to look for, or what you need to do. Maybe it's just a minor scratch you can fix up ourselves, or maybe it's something major, or things that we want to reinforce, or maybe change some of the things. So we're going to reach out and do those kind of items on this boat, and hopefully it'll be a cool little mini series project boat. And then by the end of it, it'll be a fish whacking machine, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. We've talked about it for a long time. I like that you got the GoPros. We'll have to just put the the videos on Dropbox or something. I'll grab them and edit them and come over and help do whatever. But it'll be great to see the start and then the whole finish of it because, I mean, you're a professional fishing guide, man. You know exactly what a fishing machine should be.
This is a fishing machine. When I was younger, we used to run around on these boats, when I first, in our, early 20s, I guess, late teens, when we all worked at Bass Pro Shops in Orlando.
Yeah.
Dustin was one of the guys that worked with me. Philip Wiles worked with us too, Captain Philip Wiles, which we fished.
Our boy.
With. So we used to run around a lot. We used to travel around the state in boats like this and run around and fish out of Ruskin, fish down in the Keys with it, out of here in the lagoon. So to me, it always has, it was kind of neat to be able to come full circle into something that I always really enjoyed fishing off of. And it's just a great boat to run around and see some great things. Yeah. And hopefully it gives us some good advantages because, you can really see a lot of fish.
Yeah. It's going to be a cobia catching machine.
Yeah, if we can get out on a good flats day, for sure.
Yeah.
But down in the Keys, I know we ran it down in the Keys. We saw several permit on the flats.
Nice.
Tarpon, so you can see a lot on this boat. And hopefully that'll give us another angle as well with the cameras and be able to really get some cool footage. So every time we take something, we repair something, we'll take it out, test it on the water, go take a half day or full day fishing, see how it does, how it performs, what we did to fix it, and hopefully it turned out great.
Yeah. Now, people that don't know, Mike is the CEO of TackleWebs. We're working on a new website and working on a bunch of new stuff. But you guys are still, TackleWebs is still up and running, and it's 100% made in the United States, right?
Yeah, we're made in the USA, so supply chains haven't really slowed us down too much. Most of our supply chain sources are here in the United States. So, they're still putting in a lot of mill work, and some of our materials right now is a big push for all this, medical supplies and masks and materials and cottons and stuff like that they're using for masks and stuff. But we're still pushing on. We're still, we're distancing, so it's slowed a little bit, dragged us out a little bit. But we're still, getting orders in. They're still pushing out. And, we're rocking and rolling, man. And hopefully we can get over this sooner than later.
Yeah.
And, hopefully we could have a good ICAST, which, I have my doubts.
Yeah. The ICAST right now is just so really up in the air. There's still, I think they were a little premature on sending that email out saying we were still going and nothing was going to happen. Because everyone else we've talked to has said, look, it could be a weird year with it. If ICAST isn't here, how much does that hurt your business?
Well, we were looking to make a great, have a great event at ICAST this year. So, it's, right now, do we allocate the resources to that event, where we got a lot bigger booth this year. We had a lot bigger plans. And now do we allocate for that, or do we need to buckle down the hatches and wait to see what happens for the next, 3-6 months?
Yeah.
Big, sporting events and everything else. So, our conventions are even going to be allowed here in Orlando in July. Early July. It's July 15th. So that's the second week of July.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't just lose you. Oh, I did lose you. Oh, it says the connection is poor. So, like Mike said, it's a weird year right now. We're not sure what's going on. It's, as Mike said, Mike has a great opportunity of at ICAST, and it's one of those things that's just really weird. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get a hold of Hammer real fast. I'm going to video message him right now. See if I can get a hold of him, talk to him, because we were going to talk to him earlier. But like I said, this thing today is about kind of trying to just introduce you some new channels that I wanted you to watch. I think I got a hold of Hammer. Hammer, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hang on.
There he is. Let me put your little icon up there. How are you, dude? How are you?
I'm good. Can you see me?
I can see you. You
got it working now?
You want to know what happened, man? So this morning I had to download a new version of Skype. And there's one thing called an NDI outlet, and obviously I didn't turn it in. I didn't turn it on. And I had no clue that I needed to turn it on until I went back and actually I left this. Jeff, now you and I have known each other for quite. Jeff is my fishing partner. I'll be honest. Jeff's the dude I go fishing with. I love fishing with him. I like fishing with people that I think are better anglers than me. I think Jeff is a better angler than me, and that's why he and I go fishing a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if I would agree with that.
I would agree with that. You have your company, Hammer Tech Marine.
Yeah.
I was talking to Mike just a second ago. You're completely 100% in the United States too, correct?
Yeah, we try to source. Well, everything's made in the U.S. And we source everything in the U.S. So all of our plastics, all of our bolts, hardware, bungee cords, all the materials we use are all sourced in the U.S. So, full disclosure, I can't swear that our suppliers don't get some of that stuff from outside the U.S., but I do the best I can to get it from U.S. sources. So
now, if you had to tell anybody, because you and I have talked about Hammer Tech millions of times, but tell everybody a little bit about the company and what you guys do.
All right, so we make a line of products specifically for the storage and use of push poles and anchor pins. So they're typically, most of the products are designed to be snag free, so they're kind of geared towards the fly angler.
Yeah.
But we have a newer line of products that we call semi-snagless that are, they hold the pole more securely. So not that we're moving away from the snagless line, but we just wanted to add something different for people that maybe don't fly fish all the time or just like the style, but really want something that's super secure to hold their push pole while they're running or trailering. So
now, how did you get introduced into fishing? I know you and I have talked about this, but who got you interested in fishing?
Well, that would have been my dad and my grandfather and my uncle. We lived in Michigan, and we used to fish on Lake Michigan all the time. And when I was just a kid, like as early as I can remember, they would take me out on Lake Michigan, and we'd catch yellow perch and salmon and lake trout. And I just remember running around on the boat, getting yelled at, don't fall off the boat, and we have buckets of these little black crayfish. Yeah. And I just remember playing with those things, and they pinch your finger, and you pick them up, but they didn't hurt. I just remember screwing around on a boat, but that's how I got introduced to it, was with, my family. And then when I was 9, we moved down here and kind of switched gears to Florida style fishing. So
yeah. Now, how is this quarantine? Is this hurting your fishing? I mean, and let me say, I put his YouTube channel on there on the little thing on the bottom. You go to his YouTube channel, it's Jeff Hammer Fishing. Great videos, always does a good job. Do you prefer going saltwater fishing over freshwater fishing? I mean, now you kind of have to.
Oh yeah, I definitely prefer saltwater fishing, specifically inshore fishing.
Yeah.
Not so much the offshore stuff. Sometimes the nearshore stuff is interesting, like for snook and the inlets and things like that, but really the inshore stuff is where it's at for me. I just don't find much else as challenging as trying to sneak up on a big trout or a redfish on the flats, actually laying eyes on that fish and making a good presentation and managing to get them to bite. And it's hard to beat that. And now, I know you can sight fish for bass a little bit, but it's not quite the same thing.
I agree with you completely. So. Now, you've had to kind of switch things. How is this being home in this quarantine? How has this hurt your fishing?
I don't think it's hurt my fishing.
No, I know. You went bass fishing 2 times this week.
3 times. I only did 2 videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, technically, we're allowed to go fishing. Fishing is one of the things that is approved that you can do. So I could head over, and I did it 2 weeks ago. I head over to the lagoon real early, like 5 in the morning, way before the sun gets up. I'm out of I launch the boat in 2 minutes and I'm gone from the ramp. So no one's getting close to me.
Yeah.
So it's not really a problem. But this past week or so, I just decided with the quarantine and everything, I would stay closer to home, kind of keep my distance from any crowds. And I don't know how long I can stand to stay away from the salt, but I'll probably try to get back, in a week or so anyway. I'll just try to do it early and get in and out of there without getting close to anybody. So
now, you have a couple sons. You have this one son, I know for sure, that I didn't get introduced to the other day, by the way, which was weird, but that's all right. Because I had like how many kids did I have on that golf cart that day?
Oh, geez, like what, 8 or 10? I'm sure you were over the legal limit. And there was a dog in there at one point too. I think
there wasn't. The next door neighbor's dog out of nowhere is like molesting me, like it was dry humping me. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
That was my neighbor. That was my neighbor's dog, and I've never seen that dog before in my life.
I know. And every kid had to touch the damn dog too, which made it even worse. Yeah. Does your son fish?
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, he does. When he was younger, I used to take him all the time.
Yeah.
And he loved it, but you know how that goes. When you get to be in your teens, you start getting interested in other sports and girls, and he went away to college, so we kind of stopped fishing together a lot. We've over the past few years we've only fished together a handful of times.
Yeah.
So, but when he graduated from college, he said, "Dad, could you set me up a rod and reel? I want to take it with me to Georgia." So I set him up a setup, and he's got it up there, and so he's gone a couple times with some of his friends too,
awesome.
By himself. So he asked me for tips. Where should I go? Where can I bank fish? And I gave him some ideas. So
that's awesome.
So my daughter went with us a couple times when she was real little, but then she quickly got to be too, I don't know what the word is, prissy, girly. Yeah. She didn't want to do it. So
that's all right. That's all right. I mean, my wife tells everybody how much she loves fishing. The truth be told, she's been fishing twice her whole life. And the one time she went fishing, there was a crab, and I said to her, "There's no way you'll ever get that crab snagged and bring it in this boat." And the next thing I know, she flung it in. Like, you ever see those guys catching tuna and they just go?
Yeah.
She flung it in. It hit me and then dropped on the cavity of the boat. And I'm like, holy crap! Now I got to get this thing out of there. And the truth be told, this was a big crab, and I'm like, that thing's gonna pinch me, and we're getting a divorce if it pinches me.
Man, you should have used it for bait. I'm not a bait guy, but if I get a blue crab, there's nothing better, man. You gotta quarter that thing up.
Yeah, there was other priorities that day on the boat.
Okay.
Okay.
No crabs in the boat, right?
No, not that kind of crab. Well, dude, I really do appreciate you coming on here. Everyone, you need to check out his channel, Jeff Hammer Fishing, on YouTube, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And it used to be just Hammer. You changed it.
I changed it because it had some numbers in there, and it was confusing everybody, so I just made it simple.
Yeah, you got to go check out his YouTube channel. It's wonderful. Check out Hammer Tech Marine if you need anything. Completely made here in the United States of America, or he does it himself. He's one of the good guys. He's like one of my... The truth be told, he's one of the guys that I have that knows way more than the average person, because I bounce ideas off him. We have an idea that we're going to do, correct?
Yes.
We do. I said the name. What did we name it? I forgot.
You said Genesis of a Fishery.
Genesis of a Fishery. We're going to start to do that. We're going to start to do some filming. You'll see Jeff and I together, and we're going to have a lot of fun, so it should be it should be good, and I appreciate. I love you, so I appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Steve. I really like this thing, too.
By the way,
that just makes me feel important.
Just let me say right now, finding a picture of you. Oops, I just spit all over everything. Finding a picture of you without your fish like this and covering this part of your face is nearly impossible.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to post pictures of myself without a fish. I mean, that's...
Because who takes selfies?
Yeah, right. No one wants to see me.
Nobody wants to see me.
It's all about
either.
the fish.
Exactly. So. Well, I did find that one.
That one was, I think you must have screen captured that from my Keys trip.
It was a
Because
screen.
that looked like a picture from the Keys
It
trip.
is.
Because,
And
yeah, I was talking to the camera in that one without a fish.
you are definitely right. It is a screen capture.
Because I don't do that very often.
Well, you want to be honest, Jeff. Honestly, the recent videos with you talking at the beginning and talking at the end, I actually like those better because I like to hear the thought process on what you went and did. I mean, the fly fishing for bass was it today or yesterday, is a great video because it shows a little bit of what you were doing and the content behind it. So I think you should do that more.
All right, well, I appreciate that. I'll think about it. But
Yeah.
you know me pretty well.
I know
I
that.
don't like talking. I don't like coming in the studio.
I
I
know.
don't really like this.
I
I only
have-
did this. I only did this today just because I know you get scared and I wanted to make you comfortable.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm gonna hang up with you. I'm gonna try to call Hank Snow real fast and see if I can get him. But I appreciate it, man. Everyone, check out his channel and thank you, dude. I'll talk to you this weekend.
All right, see you later.
Later, bro. Okay, I'm gonna hang up there. Oh, that should have went like this and like that. There we go. My gosh, you'd think I'd almost a professional at this. I'm going to try to contact our boy Hank Snow real fast and see if I can get a hold of him. And if I can get a hold of him, maybe if you want me to try to get a hold of you, put in the comments your stuff and I'll try to get a hold of you too. Let me see if this works. I think it's trying to connect right now. I think I got Hank on there. Video. Nope, video there. I can't hear you, Hank. Hopefully you can hear me. Maybe it's trying to connect as my email goes crazy. Oh, it has a poor connection or there's a poor network connection. Let me try to hang up with him again and try that one more time. Hank has a great channel. Hank and I talked this morning, in fact, about a bunch of stuff that's going on. Hank has a great channel, Hank Snow Outdoors, on the YouTube channel, and it's always really, I enjoy it. It's one of those other places that I enjoy doing. Like I said, there's a lot of great content out there right now for everybody. Hold on, Hank. Hold on. Don't say anything yet. Let me put you on there. Hank, hello. I can't hear you, though. Oh, I don't hear you, Hank. I see you, but I don't hear you. I don't know if your microphone isn't working. Oh, that's.
How about now?
Oh, there you go. How are you? There's my boy, Hank.
Hey, Steve, what's up?
What's up with you, man? Nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Oh, that's so much better. Oh, this was a little bit odd. A little bit ago, I was having a rough time getting this working. If you don't know Hank has Hank Snow Outdoors on YouTube channel. He's also pro staff of Funkbuster Baits and also pro staff of Walt's Custom Crankbaits, correct?
That is correct.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get introduced into the outdoors?
Well, I'm from the Keys. My dad was a bonefish guide, as was my grandfather. So I got into fishing down there, catching bonefish, permit, tarpon, a lot of snapper. When you got hungry, just go out and catch some snapper. And so I developed a love for fishing early on. And then we moved up here, 96, I believe. And, well, you're kind of far away from saltwater. So I said, let's try this bass thing. And then a place I moved had a little lake, and they just was slap full of little bass and crappie. And so that's what I do. I just start catching that and then progress from there.
Yeah, you have, what is the name of the pond you call it, the pond you like to fish? What is it called?
Pond of the Whoppers.
Pond of the Whoppers, which I really appreciate. I'm going to get out there one day and go fishing with you, which I'm looking forward to, and that's going to be a lot of fun. You and I have talked a lot over the last couple years. You've become a good friend of mine, and I appreciate you coming on here and being a friend. You listen to the show, which is great, but you really get out there. You do a lot of fishing, don't you?
I try to get out as often as I can. I would go out at night, and especially in the summertime, because it just gets so damn hot.
Yeah.
So I try to do some night fishing, and I've caught some really nice bass at night. Any bass is, 1 pounder is nice, 7.5's better. I'm still trying to catch up to you now, since
Yeah.
you just set the bar up there a little bit. But I'll look forward to it. I just love trying new ponds. I use Google Maps to find new areas to fish, and then try different baits and see what they're biting, and then go from there and try to get some content. Now, the pond of the Whoppers is unique because it's a little pond behind a Burger King. And the size of the fish I've caught out of here is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
For the size of it, how big they are, it's crazy.
I have a place down south that is just fantastic. I mean, fantastic peacock bass fishing. Also very good for snook and tarpon too, not giants, but little ones. But it's behind a Walgreens. And if you were to see the pond, you would say to yourself, there's nothing in it. There's no way anything is in this. But as soon as your bait hits the water, they absolutely crush them. And it's so much fun that you just go, this is just the best thing ever. So I know those are little hidden gems. Do you know that? I mean,
absolutely.
Here in Florida, most ponds are at least stocked with bass and bluegill and other things. Even some have other stuff. So it's one of those. We have a great fishery, and it's wonderful.
It is. There's so many different species that you could target in and around this area, from coast to coast and all the way in between. You could never get bored going fishing. You're always going to catch something new.
So, what type of fishing do you like to do? Do you like what's your favorite bait to throw?
Topwater.
Topwater. Like what's the bait of choice?
Well, believe it or not, I fish the Zoom horny toad.
Yeah.
Is excellent. And then my go-to bait is a bait called the Naked Swimmer from Bitters Bait Tackle.
Yes.
The color selection he has is unbeatable, and the price is great. And if I want to catch one, I need to catch one. That's what I'm going to throw in order to get it. Also, another little bait. I know my buddy will get mad if I tell you this, but original floating Rapala.
Yeah.
Year round, it doesn't matter what time of day. When you need a fish, you throw that out there and give it a couple shirts, and bam,
it's on.
Unbelievable.
Now you've become a pro staff with Funk Buster Baits. They make some great jigs. They also make a bladed jig. That's going to be the first time we meet. We've already. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anyone. We have a contest already, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It would be unheard of for me to not go fishing with someone and not have some sort of competition.
Absolutely.
But you're going to use a new Funk Buster Bait bladed jig, and I'm going to use a bladed jig too, and we're going to go against each other and see who can catch the most fish.
I'm looking forward to it. The bait I use is a Wesley Warbird series. Their number one is basically a football head. Gives a little extra clacking when that blade is moving. And all my big fish have been on that bait right there.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested to try and see on yours. Your bait's pretty doggone good as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing which one comes through.
I'm sure we'll have fun. I didn't know about bladed jigs a year ago. That's the truth. I never fished a bladed jig till I don't even know who told me about a bladed jig. And then the first day of it, I crushed it. And ever since then, I've tried to learn every little nuance of a bladed jig, and it's one of my favorite things to use. So, and really, it really just you want to know what it all has to do with? It all has to do with how far that blade comes back and forth, to be honest. You and I talked about a couple secrets on bladed jigs this morning. So we'll leave those to us, though.
There you go. Sounds good.
Tell us about Walt's Custom Crankbaits, that being part of their pro staff, too.
Well, Funkbuster sends out a mystery pack once a month, and I've seen some videos on my channel on when I unwrap them. And one of the baits was from a guy who's a first sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. His name is Walt, and he has his Walt Custom Crankbaits, and he sent this crankbait out. And I'm like, this is pretty cool looking. And I go out there and throw it, and it catches fish. And I'm like, wow. So I get to talking with him. I ordered some baits. I did a review on my channel for him, and I was not sponsored with him at that time. And again, the color selection, is tremendous. He's improving almost with every lure that he comes out with. He's a great guy. He runs some super sales. Customer satisfaction is his #1 priority. And when he says he's going to do something, he does it.
That's awesome. There's not a lot. I mean, Mike's like that, and there's a lot of people in the industry that are like that, but then there's a lot of people that are not. Now, if people go to Funkbuster Baits or Walt Custom Crankbaits, they can get a discount if you use one of your codes, correct? I don't know the codes right off the top of my head.
Well, if you want a discount on Funkbuster Baits, just use Hank35. And then if you'd like a nice discount on Walt's products, just use Hank15. And you'll get a discount off of those products. And I know Funkbuster prices are pretty low to begin with, and then you're saving an extra 35%. Walt, right now his baits are buy one, get one, or buy two, get two.
Nice.
So $20 you're getting 4 baits, ship free.
And saving a couple bucks.
Discount off of that, but
okay.
I'm not sure he will, but anytime, $10 a bait is pretty good price for a custom painted bait, and his is really, really sharp.
That's awesome. Okay, well, I appreciate it. Now, how are you handling this quarantine? How are you and your wife doing over this whole quarantine?
I spend a lot of time in the garage, trying to clean it up and make things sparkly, work on some tackle, stay out of her way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. The kids are no problem. They hide in their room, so I don't really have to worry about them a lot. But it's been a something to behold for sure.
Yeah. It's a challenge learning 4th grade math again.
It is.
It makes no sense to me.
My wife and I were talking after we talked about that and how I had my daughter had a problem a while ago, and I helped her with it, and I was done quickly.
Yeah.
And then I go, here you go. And she goes, oh, that's wrong. I'm like, what do you mean it's wrong? It's not. It's right. No, you got to do it like this. So like 10 minutes later, she gets the same answer I got. I said, are you kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, it's dumbfounding to me because Thomas had all this stuff. And I'll tell a little story. So we actually started homeschool probably a week before all the public schools. Thomas goes to a private school called Altamont Christian, and so we were started early. When we went to spring break, they brought all their books home, and they had said, look, we know for a fact that we're not going to come back. It was way before the whole thing started, and then, the other schools kind of caught up. So we had a week before everybody else started. Well, the first day was a quiz, and Thomas comes in here, and he's like, oh, Daddy, I need help. I'm like, okay, let me do your daddy's. Let me just wipe that off. Daddy's got you covered. Daddy can do some math.
Mm-hmm.
We got a 42 on the first test. A 42.
Oh.
So then I was like, how is that remotely possible that I got a 42 on this thing? I went through the whole thing. I'm like, all these answers are dead right. He's like, no, well, you got to do it this way and you got to do it that way. I'm like, who cares which way you get? This is the answer. This is the answer. From then on, the wife doesn't let me do his tests anymore because we don't need him staying back in the 4th grade. So it is what it is. We've gotten a couple hundred since then, but it was a challenge, that first one. So you live and learn. So anyway, yep. Hank, thank you for when this is all over. We're going fishing.
Oh, you got it, definitely.
I can't wait. We'll do a video. John, a whole bunch of people say hello. Hopefully you're keeping track of it. You can go on Hank. You can go YouTube channel Hank Snow Outdoors. You do unboxings. You do fishing videos. What else do you do?
Well, I'm going to start doing some tackle breakdowns, sort of what you do with First Look, but a little more in depth of some of the lures that I enjoy.
Nice.
They'll be coming out pretty soon. And again, I need to do more fishing videos than what I have been doing.
Yeah.
Watching Hammer the other day, fly fishing.
Yep.
For bass was very unique.
The second video of his, the second bite was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, he's got him jumping up there, and it was fantastic. So looking forward to getting more involved with that.
And we'll have our fish off.
Yes, sir.
You'll probably beat me, but that's all right. I don't mind getting beat
No,
by
I'm
a friend.
going against tough competition with those lures. We'll see.
Yeah, well, we'll bring a couple other things out too. I got a couple not bladed jigs. I'll bring out a couple things that you probably haven't seen before.
Okay.
So we'll have fun with it. Anyway, everyone go check out Hank Snow Outdoors on YouTube, Funk Buster Baits, and also Walt's Custom Crankbaits. He's his pro staffer. Great friend, and I appreciate everything you do, man.
I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching me and looking at my channels. And when you go to those guys, just tell them Hank sent you.
They will. Thank you, dude. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks. Take care.
Later, brother.
Bye now.
I'm going to try one other person. I don't think he knows that I'm calling him. But we'll see what happens. I don't have... Oopsie, wrong person. Let me see if that one is right. I don't have a logo or anything from him, but we'll just do a quick chat there and see. Oh, he isn't online. Well, I tried to call Boudreaux to see how he was doing. Give you an update on what he's been doing. He's actually went fishing in all this thing. I think he's went fishing 2 or 3 times, which will be 2 or 3 times more than he has in the last couple of years. So there it is. If you have a channel and you'd like to be part of one of these shows, by all means, email me, whatever. You'll have to realize it's going to have to be almost like an interview style. We'll ask you what you do. You can promote yourself. You can promote whatever you want. If you want to be part of one of these shows, you have to get Skype and then just Skype in and put Steve at fishingfloridaradio.com. And we will... I'll bring you in, but just know that I don't want to be swearing and all that other stuff. If you have a great story that you'd like people to hear and be part of the channel, by all means, tell me. Get on here. You can tell the whole story yourself. Sorry I didn't get this in the first bit of it. Now, see, hold on, Stuart. I know you gave him some spots, and he still couldn't catch fish. It was scary because he told me you gave him that one spot. And then the next thing I know, he couldn't catch anything. So, the curse must have been with him that day. Stuart, I hope you guys are doing well. I should mention, I hope you guys are doing well over this whole quarantine and staying home in this pandemic. And hopefully you guys are staying safe and healthy. And we really appreciate everything you do. We'll try to do more of these now that we've got things somewhat a little bit easier. I'll try to do these maybe once a week and tell you some of the stuff that's going on and promote some of the other people that we're out there. Remember, just guys, if you're listening, make sure you help tell people about us and help us promote the show. Help us promote the YouTube channel. I mean, it's a lot of work to do all these YouTube channels. There's some great, hey Chris, there's some great closer looks coming up. Tomorrow I will probably do a unboxing of the Monster Bass box for this month. So we'll do that quickly. And it would be nice if we could do all of this at one time. I'm not sure how many people I can get on here at one time. I guess I could try it and see what happens. But right now I don't. I just know that you want to. In all honesty, if everyone came to my house, I have four cameras that I could do this with all of us right now. But everyone having to stay apart, and really, I don't want to give anything that I have here. Boudreaux, I tried to call you and you didn't answer. I'll try again right now. Hold on. You can hear it in my throat, my nose. I'm trying Boudreaux again. I'm going to drink some water. I don't have the virus. I have a sinus infection. And quite honestly, if you would have heard me Saturday or Sunday, it would have been better. It says John is not online, so I can't get a hold of Boudreaux. Anyway, we'll do the unboxing of the Monster Bass box tomorrow, maybe Friday. Lots of closer looks are done and in the box and in the bin, ready to go. You're going to see one on these baits coming up. If you haven't seen these are the new flip-flops from Chase Baits. I don't know if you can see that right there. They have these hoods. So if you saw last year, Chase Baits came out with a bait like this that had a squid presentation. This is the new one for bass. So we have a closer look of this coming out. You will see a closer look of the new Livingston Lure Walking Boss 2 Junior. That's, I think, done. Actually, I can tell you really fast. I'm going to just hold on a second. I'm going to move some stuff over and just click on something over here. So there's a closer look of the Arabagast Hula Popper 2 that's done. Not really my favorite. I've been holding off on putting that one up. There's a closer look of the Chase Baits Frill Seeker, if you haven't seen that one. Another one that's a little bit different. And then there's also a closer look at the new Livingston Lure Wake Bait. Actually, I could probably put one of these on here right now if you wanted to see one in its entirety real fast on here. I could probably get rid of myself. I'm going to test something. This is play full screen with audio. Welcome back. Today we're going to take a closer look at the Hula Popper 2 from Arabagast. The original Hula Popper was released more than 60 years ago. It is one of the most productive lures of all time. To work the Hula Popper, just give it a twitch and let the legs flutter on the surface. Then pause it for a few seconds and get ready for that bucket mouth to inhale that bait. So here's the real question. Why change something that isn't broken? You were thinking about it, I was thinking about it. But what they've done is they've revised the colors. 4 new colors, and each has its own crackle back. The Hula Popper 2 now has feathers on the tail instead of a rubber skirt. The Hula Popper 2 has upgraded black nickel treble hooks and split rings that will help with your hookup ratio. The Hula Popper 2 still has that large cup mouth that creates classic loud popping sound and bubble trails. What they didn't change is the great lip design and profile that are the same as the original. This is a must-have bait for every angler's top water box. Retail price on the Hula Popper 2 is $7.99 each. They are 2 inches in length and they weigh 3/8 of an ounce. For more information or to purchase some, go to TackleWarehouse.com. Okay, I know you watch this so you can get the free tackle, so here's how to do that. First, subscribe to our channel. Next, and I hope you're writing this down, let me get back to where I was. Let me get out of that. Hopefully I can figure this out because now I'm confused. I guess maybe I need to finish it. Hold on. We'll go back to it. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/fishingflorida, and give us a private message that includes your address. If you find it easier, and I do, just email us directly, info@fishingfloridaradio.com, and again, send your address. Doing these easy things will get you on our prize pack list. Then amazingly, like I'm some magician, fishing tackle will be sent to you from our prize pack sponsors. It is that easy. And what are you waiting for? Please help spread the word and be part of the Fishing Florida Radio family. Again, thanks for watching our closer look of the Hula Popper 2 from Arabagast. Remember, take a kid fishing. get your fish on. And we'll see you soon. Well, there you have it. You got to see an early look of one of the videos that's coming out here soon. Of course, now I can't find out why I cannot get myself full screen. So I guess I probably shouldn't have done what the hell I just did. So let me, when video ends, go to next scene. I don't know. Anyway, I have no idea why I can't get myself bigger, but I'll leave it at that and end it here. So thanks, guys, for watching. We'll try to do one of these again here soon. Oh, look at that. We'll try to do this again here soon. Sorry I didn't get a hold. If you want to be part of this thing and be part of the show, by all means, you can send me an email, and I will try to get you on here, and we'll get you on here and have a little fun or ask some questions and do that. But I tried to get a hold of Boudreaux again, no luck. Next time maybe we'll get Les on here. He couldn't do it today, but always a really good dude. So without further ado, thanks for watching. Remember, take a kid fishing, get your fish on, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Stay healthy, please. Later.